Well, hello there and good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I am FrostPDP, and today we are playing Crusader Kings 2, Norse-East-O-Rama. It's our Northeast achievement run. It's episode 78, and we are still dealing with the fact that we have over 100 titles that we don't need. Okay, so again, to remind you, last time I talked about how you make a T-chart. Again, it's a T. You draw a line at the top of a sheet of paper, and you draw a line down the middle of the sheet of paper. On one hand is character, on the other hand is titles. Alright, and we are going to go through. And we've appointed most of what we want to appoint. But we're not done yet. So one way to deal with this, and one thing we're going to be doing as we deal with this, is we're going to be giving our kings, that is our vassal kings. You can see them here. They're very powerful. Many of them want seats on the council, and good luck with that. Why is an 11-year-old leading a revolt? That seems rather foolish. Other than this guy, they all pretty much like me. So I will give them each a piece of land down in here. I know Norway already has one here. Norway, same thing. And the goal is that I can summon their troops down in the Byzantine Empire, so when the Byzantines inevitably declare war to try to get some of their land back, I can summon an army of significant strength rather easily. Now, the best way to determine where I want to put them is the de jure duchies map mode. And as you can see, Cypriot is a 3-province duchy. And you click the de jure button, and you can see 1, 2, 3. For once, I don't want to create a title, because then I'd have to give a title. And I could easily grant this to a vassal and then grant it, then transfer the vassal, but sometimes that gets wonky. I want to directly grant land. These are all pretty relatively nice provinces. The ruler might even keep it. But now they have hospitals. This one does anyway. Level 1 hospital. Nice. Good for you. Probably the capital of this duchy. By making sure that none of these kingdoms have more than 51%, I'm guaranteeing that they don't have de jure claims over each other. They can never form the duchy and get a de jure claim over a third. So they're going to have no reason to fight over this, I think. Since the duchy doesn't exist, they're not going to demand the duchy from anyone. So this is a pretty safe move to give 3 of my kings land. I want to give 1 to Pomerania, 1 to Swedvard, and 1 to Denmark. So Italia. And I'm putting all my vassals together so that I can just raise their entire army up really easy. The easiest way for me to do this is probably while I'm in the sub-vassal mode. To find them. Grant landed title. Just remembering it is difficult. Italia. And again, I want to make sure to include all the lower titles just so he doesn't get complainy pants. That makes him like me so much more. If I give him the county of Dal at some point, I might. That would be even better. He'll desire the Jarldom of Ostergaland forever. Just out of curiosity, where's Dal? This is Dal. It's the chieftain that I own. He's my chancellor. Guess who just got appointed a duchy? You can take Thessalonica. Tyke of Dal. I want him to be duke. There's no other reason. I just want him to be duke. That way, I mean, I'm never gonna transfer him. He's way too good of a chancellor. Yeah. That's how that works. I'm sure the King of Denmark wants control of land, some control of some land that I own. No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't want Sicilian. That's weird. You figure it's like the capital of whatever. Okay, so Thessalonica. Let's do this then. County of Thessalonica, Duchy of Thessalonica. We're going to usurp it. Thank you. I'm going to go back up to Dal. And I'm going to grant land a title. And it's going to be the Jarldom of Thessalonica. My council doesn't give a shit because I bribed the crap out of them. Increasing his opinion of me by 380. Well, that's okay. He's a duke. He's a duke now. Have fun with that. You are now a duke. You have children who are eligible heirs. That's good. So now when I reset the de jure mode, look, Thessalonica. It's another duchy that's under control. And it's less titles for me. So check that off. Check off Svijvad. Pomerania, I'm happy to give to the strongest county. You know, it's not as prosperous. It's got an extra holding in it. So I'm going to go up to Pomerania. Grant landed title. Figure out what the hell the title is again. Lykia. And now Elin has that. And this is going to go to Denmark, Rhodes. Grant landed title. It's like tiring. I'm actually tired doing this. Now that everyone's opinion is great because they give them so much land. Spoils of war, they say. And now when I look at the map, sure enough, Pomerania. So now I can summon up Denmark's army down here if I need to. I can summon Pomerania's army, which is still small, but it's growing. Svijvad. And then Norway, which has no army apparently. Shame. Okay. We gave Divna and Pomerania. Okay, so we can check that one off too. So I'm already starting to run out of things I've designated. I have to wait on my second son to accept a marriage before I can grant him an IKEA. So the three main duchies I have left to give away are Athens, Dyrrhachion, and Samos, right? This is Samos. Just 3 provinces. Here's where being having gotten rid of some of those vassals comes in handy. Because now my vassal limit is 29. And I have 27 spots. So I can actually appoint 2 brand new vassals without fear of going on my vassal limit. Which is nice, because I can make them basically the duke of whatever I'd like to make them the duke of. And hopefully they'd be like zealous, aggressive, and they'd keep pushing the borders, but can't bank on too good. Sorry. Still got a little cough. There's also the possibility of granting these duchies to some of the French dukes. Or creating vassals and granting them to the French dukes. Like Bourbon. He owned just his land in Bourbon. Maybe it's in my interest to make him a little stronger. Luxembourgian revolt. I can make Albany stronger too. I mean, Albany's almost a kingdom of its own. I can make Albany stronger. Absolutely. But if I gave it to Albany as giving them the vassals and then transferring them, that would make it so that, well, no, he still has to raise levy down there. It's purple now. It's beautiful. I could also consider any of these guys for land, like Homegarder. Why wouldn't I want to give this guy some land? Well, he's young, but he might grow up to be a good character. He's playful, conscientious. He's got a lack of funds, but I could probably fix that. But he's not at war. Well, no, he's defending against a revolt and a revolt. We send him a gift. 25 ducats will increase his liking me by that much. Send him 2 then. That way he's positive he's no longer in debt. Alright, Rostov is independent. For now. Won't be for long, but it is for now. So Livonia, Norger, Denmark, Epirus, Roslavl, Bryansk. Bryansk is really tiny. I could maybe expand him. He's not very good. How many troops do you have? 800? You're kind of crappy. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search through, I have all my, no I don't, my religion, my culture, men who are not in prison, who are not rulers. Martial score, as high as it gets, someone who doesn't suck. You, Striker, you're 56 though, you're kind of old, you might die. 34-year-old I will go with. He's greedy, he's disfigured. He's definitely a fighter. And light troop, well, we have a lot of them. And he's brave, morale, defense. His personal combat skill of 2. I mean, I wouldn't mind both of them, but if I have to choose, I'm going to choose this guy. He's also got claims to Denmark and Åland. So, he's a Marshal of Denmark. This guy loves me anyway. He's not going to care. Grant him Dyrrhachian. Grant landed title. County of Dyrrhachian. Approved. The Duchy of Dyrrhachian exists. Cannot usurp this title before whatever it is. That's weird. So, I just have to grant him them individually then. Grant landed title. Oh, Heerd. County of Heerd. County of Strymon. He is now a triple count. So when the time is right, he will be able to improve and usurp that title. Yeah. Okay, so that's one less problem. Can I usurp Athens? I can usurp Athens. Good. Done. I already gave away Achaea to my one son. My second son is getting Nicaea. Now the question becomes this. Should I give it to my third son? He's 6. Can I arrange for him to get a good marriage? Riska, genius. Certainly will help. Get that betrothal, and I'll grant him the title, and I'll let him be semi-independent. And the reason I'm doing that is because it will help me. So, Athens' third son. I don't care what their names are. Dyrrhachian, I want to make just a note that I gave it to Borkvard. Borkvard is a commander. Alright. And I'm going to run into, you know, vassal limits issues. I mean, that's the unfortunate truth. I could create a kingdom, grant it to someone down in here, possibly my son, and then transfer the nearby vassals to him so that he's a king level vassal and he's got sub-vassals that I want. My vassal limit's really low. I mean, it sucks. This diplomacy being low is just terrible. I'm not going to decentralize because that's counterintuitive. I really wish there was a thing that said like, hey, guess what, legalism, you get better, Imperial administration, huh? Majesty 5. Yeah, instead of vassal opinion, how about vassal limit? That'd be great. And just to check, if I actually try to change my council laws... Yeah. It'll actually lower my vassal limit. I am a long way off of being an absolute ruler. Can actually pass marginal status women. I think I'll do that. Hooray, women have been fighting in these wars. I've had shield maidens fight, and they've done well, so... Good. Agnatic primogeniture. I'd like to go agnatic cognatic. Sorry, I'm just looking, trying to figure out how to improve my vassal limit without, like, any way to really do that. If I gave my son a kingdom and made him like a brother, gave him his brothers as vassals, he'd want to kill them because they'd all be competing for the same titles. Weak ass green tea. Let me look at it this way. Do I have any other counts right now? Chief of Scalovia. Chief of Scalovia has a bunch of fucking land, and I don't trust him. Chief of Vexen can create his own duchy. Chief of Famagusta. Seedsman of Zealand. Mayor of Boston. What a thing to see. I have 64 pacts. Uh-huh. This is just telling me I have 64 defensive pact people against me? That's great. Thank you, I needed to know that. Dividing land up is boring. There's a significant temptation to just give this land to my son. But he's already at 15 out of 5 domain limit. He'd probably go crazy. Sticking vassals under vassals isn't really what I was planning on. Just like that, time is up, my god. Like, going through this with you guys is fun and all, but this has to be done. I'm not behind a gate or anything. The diplomacy score just sucks. What happened to raise diplomacy ambitions? Those were nice. Can't change focus for a while. Well, what I can do is I can grant more land to some of my lesser dukes. So Ephesus, for example, I will grant to Bourbon. The Filgrid. No, thank you. County of Ephesus. Goes to you. This is Smyrna. Anjou, sure. You're my kinswoman too, so. Alright, did I already have this? No, I didn't. I didn't have this earmarked for anyone, did I? No. Right landed title. Smyrna. Include lower. Good. Flanders. I haven't given Flanders land in a while. I mean, it's got some land out east, but that's kind of useless. And since he's a pretty powerful vassal, I'd actually like him to be able to have land down here. So, you can have Chios. Love me to death. You're going to die, however. Health -1. You're a drunkard. You're never much good at anything. Let's reassess. So we have Nicaea and Scandinavia. Theoretically, I can give one to each of my sons. I can't even give one to my sickly son. You're gonna have to focus on struggle. That's weird. What the hell is this telling me this for? County of Pashing. Oh, I guess that's the county they're coming from. That's who I'd packed with. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird little guide. It doesn't really tell me much. Alright. I'm going to take a break here. But I want to thank you so much for joining me, and as always on this channel, La Paz.